Okay, CD Projekt Red have just released what seems to be like a 10-minute gameplay tech demo for The Witcher 4. I've seen a screenshot and it looks ridiculous. So you know my background. Before music reactions on YouTube, I was a video games journalist working in print magazines here in the UK, writing for almost anybody that you can think of, and it just makes sense to reconnect with what was my career for so many years here on the channel, and seemingly so many of you guys are gamers as well. So I'm really excited about this one. Let's check it out.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Okay, damn.
What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be
PS5 standard 60 frames with ray tracing? It looks like this? Okay, next gen's finally coming.
Witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating the monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
Dude, this looks ridiculous.
Alright everyone, meet Kelpie!
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just
Damn,
like Geralt of
RFP
Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
Bro, this looks insane.
We return to town.
These two characters
Just please don't release it in the same state that you did Cyberpunk, CD Projekt Red. Thank you very much. You can't. You
needs to
won't.
feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any
American
angle
guy,
and
shut up.
speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie.
Dude.
So controlling her...
Listen, I've been playing video games since literally Space Invaders. I am old. Look at how this fucking horse turns around.
And we also support root motion
You taking the
movement
piss?
on Kelpie. So controlling her feels realistic and grounded.
Sinking into the mud.
And there are also some
Bro,
really nice
what is
improvements
this?
to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
Fucking insane. So that's happening under the skin in the game. In the engine.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle.
Okay.
So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage.
Okay. I mean, this is a tech demo.
And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density
get a clap
everywhere,
from the
while
audience?
still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20
The light
years,
shining off its back.
artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri.
It's absolutely insane. Between this and GTA 6?
Welcome to VRest. So VRest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract.
Look at the architecture and the structure.
High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
And the mist
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what VRest has to offer.
Bugger. Not her again.
Ah, bugger.
Oi.
Not even at the
Yeah.
land Exeter Fair. Now, nine gazes while I present him with a fish for the furry
Oh,
rascal.
physical interactions with everybody.
Wait, Grant.
Dude, this is insane. It's so insane I can't even believe what I'm looking at.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive
Don't take the piss, CD Projekt Red. I was worried that it would feel... Okay, it looks amazing, but it feels a bit lifeless, and, you know, it's all set dressing.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how
Fucking hell.
responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
This is insane.
Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it? Ready to aim.
Round ones jingle in the purse.
Mind blown. This.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Witcheress.
Witcher.
One using
Oh,
my
Witcheress.
wagons. No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you.
I have no concerns about Siri being the main character, by the way.
No, no.
Zero.
Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore. No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch fishes. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon me ladies after one of those.
Get this
How did they make this?
You mind, dearest?
It scares me, dude, because this is what like the original reveal of Cyberpunk looked like, and then what it was like when it was launched. Now, Cyberpunk's in a very good state these days. It took years to sort it out. I'm sure they're not going to make the same mistake again. But wow, the level of ambition and detail here is truly unprecedented, and it only really feels like the only game that feels like it can get close is GTA 6 from what we've seen of that so far. Mind-blowing stuff.
Got macro card. All Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of tech at play here, even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal Smart Objects, Chaos Cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for VRest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
Looks shit, mate.
But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
Let's crank it up. So what you got from the CD Projekt?
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And
Dude,
the whole
Skeletal Mesh Agents is a fucking good name for a band.
room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your
Developers
players
like you,
expect.
all the other developers are just like, fuck, I can't do this.
Empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri?
Definitely. I did think you said one final chicken. You didn't, but that's fine.
We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are
that's
making
some
this a
going after the
reality
last
thanks to
one.
our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans.
Okay, what you got for me?
A first look at Lanexeter.
Oh, fuck off.
Onward, Kelby.
I got the chills, dude. I got the chills there. Wow, I mean, that looks absolutely fucking unbelievable. Don't know when it's coming out, but got time, got patience. It feels like finally with that in GTA, it's taken a long time, but the next generation, truly, that generational leap is finally happening. My goodness. And what a week it is this week. Switch 2 is out in 2 days. And I also believe there's loads more games being shown this week. Summer Game Fest and everything. And I'll check out loads of it on here if the demand is there. So let me know down in the comments if you want more gaming content, if you want more discussion, you want more reactions to trailers, thoughts on games that are out, let me know. It's not going to be full gameplays or videos. Like, I don't have the time or the impetus to do that. But these types of videos, just let me know down in the comments. Like, the GTA vid did pretty well, so hopefully if this one does, it's a nice new angle for the channel and what I'm doing, and it's obviously completely aligned to who I am and who I've been my whole career. So yeah, subscribe, let me know, drop a like on a video, and I'll see you all soon. All right, boys?